This is the contract compliance dashboard, which allows us to see which tasks were completed, at what time, by which user, and whether the assigned shifts were completed or not. Once inside, at the top, you can select the start date and end date for the schedule and then click Submit to generate the precise information you want to review. We have to make sure that we select the correct date range for the data and information we want to review. If multiple days are selected within the date range, the dashboard will display combined information for all of those days. So, if we only want to review information for a single day, we must select only that specific day. We also need to make sure that the selected schedule is the correct one for the data we want to review. In this example, we can see that there were 105 scheduled tasks. Since we are only reviewing one day instead of the entire week, this means that 105 tasks were expected to be completed on that specific day. Out of those 105 scheduled tasks, 62 tasks are still pending. This means that 62 of the tasks assigned through the schedule were not completed. We can also see that 43 tasks were completed. So, out of the 105 scheduled tasks, only 43 were successfully completed. Additionally, those 43 completed tasks were submitted by only 5 users. If we look at the schedule, we can see that more than 5 employees were scheduled to work that day. However, only 5 users showed activity in the dashboard. This means that only those 5 users either clocked in, submitted tasks, or performed some type of activity during their shifts. When we review the activity per hour section, we can see the different tasks and the activity associated with each one. For example, we can see the task named Daily Blockhouse Main Deck. This tells us that a task was created in the Tasks section and was also assigned within the schedule to a specific shift for this date. We can also see the task description and the report or form associated with that task. This also confirms that the Daily Blockhouse Main Deck task was assigned to one of the shifts scheduled for that specific day. I'm going to open the shift where this task was assigned so we can verify it. I'll open the shift as if I were going to edit it. Scroll down to the task section, and here we can see the Daily Blockhouse Main Deck task assigned within the shift. From the Activity Per Hour section, we can also see that the Daily Blockhouse Main Deck task was completed once at 8 a.m. Similarly, we can see that the Daily Breakrooms Fab and Shop task was completed once at 7 a.m. Continuing to the Activity Log section, we can now access more detailed information regarding each completed task or activity. Going back to the Daily Blockhouse Main Deck task, we can see that it was completed by Crystal Turner. We can also verify that Crystal Turner was scheduled to work on that specific day. The dashboard also shows the exact date and time when the task was submitted, along with the shift under which the task was completed, which in this case is Turbine Building Week 3. And here we can see the Turbine Building Week 3 shift assigned in the schedule. The same applies to the Daily Breakrooms Fab and Shop task, which was completed by Ashley Burfield at 7:57 a.m. during the All Buildings Week 3 shift. If we look for Ashley Burfield in the schedule, we can confirm that she was indeed clocked in and scheduled for the All Buildings Week 3 shift on that day. Moving on to the shift summary section, we can see that Alexis Garner was scheduled to work the TSB Week 3 shift, but missed the shift entirely. Here we can see the exact date on which she was supposed to clock in, along with the assigned shift she missed. Even though the shift was missed, we can also see whether any tasks assigned to that shift were completed. We can also see another example where Alexis Garner was scheduled for the Warehouse Shift Week 3. In this case, she successfully clocked in on time, but she did not complete any of the assigned activities for that shift. Here's the Warehouse Shift Week 3 assignment, where we can verify that no scheduled activities were completed. If we want even more detailed information regarding completed or pending activities, we can open the Activity Details section. This section provides detailed information including the activity name, activity status, whether it was completed or not, the employee assigned to the activity, the shift associated with the task, the submission date, the submission location, and the device used to submit the activity. For example, we can once again confirm that Crystal Turner submitted the Daily Blockhouse Main Deck task while clocked into the Turbine Building Week 3 shift on this specific date at this exact time and from this location. And we know this information is accurate because Crystal Turner was officially scheduled for that day and assigned to that shift in order to complete that task.